Okay, so geodesics and S1 infinity in H. Here's another situation. What happens in the hyperbolic plane? Here we have again two cases. One of them is if I take a point here and I take infinity. Well, in that case you can immediately guess that the geodesic in question is the vertical line. So this is the vertical line. And now if I have on the other hand a pair of points both on the real line, then what you get is that you have a the green line here is intersecting this at 90 degrees. Well, the only way this happens is exactly that this is a circle whose center is on the real line and which has center which is the midpoint of the two endpoints. So what has happened in this case, these are the two kinds of geodesics, either a vertical line or a circle intersecting the real line and right angles. Okay, and given any pair of points which are distinct, so at most one of them is infinity, you get a unique corresponding geodesic in one case. In the other case you take the midpoint of these two and draw the circle. So either way we have a nice correspondence. So this is the value of S1 infinity, but we do want to see one more little fact, which is infinity is at infinity. Well, what do I mean by this? Let's look at the upper half plane and let's take, so this is the upper half plane, and let's take one particular geodesic on it. Okay, let's say this is the point 0, this is the point 1. Okay, now I said the point 0 is at infinity, but in Euclidean terms it's at a finite distance away. Okay, but what is it in hyperbolic terms? So what is this length? On the other hand, what is the other length in question, this one? Well, this certainly looks infinite, but remember we have rescaled in the hyperbolic metric. Maybe we rescale so much that it becomes finite. Well, let's calculate these lengths. Remember what they are. This is integral from 0 to 1. If I take this path of length 1, dy, Euclidean case it would just be this, but you divide it by y. Okay, and in the other situation the green length in question is integral from 1 to infinity of dy by y. Well, what are these lengths? Well, they are in both cases it's log y. In one case evaluated from 0 to infinity, so we get a term which is log of minus infinity. This is infinite. And in the other case, okay, you get again log y evaluated from 1 to infinity, but this is infinite. You see here this is related to the fact that this integral is very closely related to the harmonic series. The harmonic series being infinite is what gives you this length. Okay, so what this tells you is that at least so far, given this particular geodesic, given this particular point on it, segments on both sides are of infinite length. Now if you are given any other point on the same geodesic, here let's say, well, the piece between them is finite, so you can immediately conclude that the segments on either side of this one are also of infinite length, okay, just by addition. And what about another geodesic? Well, there are enough symmetries. We saw that you can take any geodesic to any other geodesic by a hyperbolic isometry, so this fact holds for all geodesics. Okay, so the circle of infinity. And finally in the Poincaré disk, well, we have this correspondence z minus I by z plus I, which is a hyperbolic isometry. So if I take a point here and this side, well, this corresponds to a geodesic in the hyperbolic upper half plane with the same metric, and so the result is that again in this the distance is infinite. Okay, so the circle of infinity is in fact at infinite distance away from any given point in the interior of hyperbolic space.